The Arkansas Razorbacks get a much-needed lift in recruiting for the 2017 season. All that and a lot more coming up on the Pig Trail Network. What is going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans, and college football fans everywhere? Got some good recruiting news for the Arkansas Razorbacks. A little bit of an update. If you've been keeping up with it, you probably already know who the Razorbacks landed today and who they recently got to commit. But we're going to talk about really quick who signed their letter of intent, and then we're also going to talk about a recent commitment from a certain junior college wide receiver. First and foremost, let's get back to the LOIs, the letter of intents. Jeremy Patton signed his LOI, 6'6", 230-pound tight end from Arizona Western College, so he's a Juco transfer. He's the number 1 junior college tight end. And I've also read, despite that, whether you want to compare him to high school or Juco, he is probably the top tight end going to the next level, regardless of where they're coming from. That's pretty big news. Arkansas didn't really have anyone shine behind Sprinkle this year. And when you think about it, Sprinkle really didn't have as good of a year as you'd hope that he'd have. But he still was, at times, was pretty difficult for defenses to deal with. But that's Brett Bielema's part of his bread and butter has been tight ends. You look at the NFL, holy cow. He's responsible for a lot of tight ends in the NFL. And obviously Jeremy Patton wants to be a part of that, along with Jeremy Sprinkle, who will be drafted, and Hunter Henry, who was drafted in the second round by the San Diego Chargers. Next up, Dalton Hyatt, 6'4", 185-pound pro-style quarterback from Alabama. He signed his LOI. Dalton Wagner, 6'9" tackle from Illinois, 312 pounds. He's another one who had a couple of decent offers. He signed. Shane Clennon, another offensive tackle. They're really attacking the offensive line. 6'6", 285 pounds from Festus, Missouri. Festus. That's interesting. Kirby Adcock, another tackle, 6'5", 280 pounds. I've read some conflicting reports as to where he'll play at the next level. He very well could play on the outside. There is a possibility too, because I've actually heard he's closer to a 6'4", about 285. He could play inside, so we'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, the junior college transfer wideout, Jonathan Nance, also signed his LOI, 6'2", 180 pounds. I think he's a little underrated. I think Nance is a little underrated, but a good pickup nonetheless. Everyone that I just mentioned were 3 stars, according to 24/7, hogs247.com, or it's arkansas.247sports.com. I'll leave you a link down below in the description box. The other bit of big news, besides those players signing their LOIs, is the top 2 junior college wide receiver by the name of Brandon Martin has officially committed to the Arkansas Razorbacks. Hasn't signed yet. He's expected to sign sometime soon and expected to be on campus in January. But again, a top 2 junior college wide receiver has committed to the Arkansas Razorbacks. 6'4". 24/7 has him at 6'4", 205. Rivals.com actually has him at 6'4", 220 pounds. Rumored to run a mid-4.3, high to mid-4.3. If he runs that at 6'4", 220 pounds, damn, that's pretty impressive. Obviously, you still got a hell of a commitment list. I think on 24/7, Arkansas is a top 25 team. I think they're 23rd, and on Rivals, they're top 20 with the recent commitment of Brandon Martin. This is a step in the right direction. This is a step in the right direction for the Razorbacks. These are difference makers. When you talk about guys like Brandon Martin and Jeremy Patton, and then you've still got on your commitment list a guy like Chase Hayden, these are difference makers. These are guys, there's a reason why they're highly recruited. There's a reason why they're talked about so much. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to go to the next level and be all-stars, but it could mean that they're ready to go. When they're rated that high, it tends to mean that they're ready to go and play some Division I football. I doubt that they redshirt any of these junior college transfers. I do think Jonathan Nance could possibly see a redshirt, but Jeremy Patton probably won't, unless Cheyenne O'Grady and Austin Cantrell and Will Gregg just show up in spring ball and look like all-stars. I still think Patton probably will play and won't get redshirted. Brandon Martin most definitely will not be redshirted. So that's your recruiting update here on the Pig Trail Network. Again, I want to thank you for checking the video out. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that cool stuff. Until the next video. Peace.